Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream for today. Hope everyone is having an amazing night here. Glad to have everybody here. You might hear a kitten meowing because she's trying to get my attention. But anyways, what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here for this night. So we got a lot of information, especially out there towards the northeast. You guys have got to be watching this system. I'm not even joking when I say this because it is going to potentially be a very nasty storm. We were actually talking about it earlier earlier the live stream here earlier today. So we're gonna really have to watch out for this one. But anyways, let's go ahead and see who we have here for today. We got ourselves Crystal, we have Mary, we have Ryan, we have Ragtie, we have Adrienne. My kitten wants attention right now. Here she is. She wants to say hi to the stream. Look at her. She is so sweet. Anyways, but I'm going to have to put you down for now. I'll make sure to give you some treats later. But anyways, what's up, guys? Like I said, hope everyone's doing good. We have ourselves Christy. We have Kaden. We have Victoria. Let's see here. Roby. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive on into it, my friends. I'm not going to waste any of your guys' time here. We got ourselves a lot to talk about overall, so... actually, we're going to hop over here to this view. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and hop over here, my friends. So, when it comes to, obviously down in time here, we work our way here for basically the 17th into the 18th. So, it's really not that far away. That's the thing here. And we're going to see this really strong, really massive cyclone work its way up here towards the northeast, just off the coast of Maine. Obviously, we're going to be having possibly some coastal impacts. We're going to be having some coastal impacts out across these regions here, pretty much here for the 18th, in which, obviously we're going to be seeing some pretty strong winds, maybe a lot of rainfall, maybe even some winter weather on it overall. It looks to be a good possibility. The GFS has been hinting maybe towards a little bit of snow, especially in that last run, as you can see, last couple of runs. Still has not been worked out quite yet, but it's been on the models, as you can see here, for the last several GFS runs. Not only just on the American GFS, but if we take a look here over at the European model regarding the ECMWF, which, look at that, shows that same system working its way up across the northeast here. So we're going to really have to really be watching out for this one, because, with these type of systems, guys, it brings similar problems to what tropical systems do. Now, it's not considered a tropical system because it is not in the warm tropical waters. This is what we call a subtropical system, meaning it does not have all the characteristics that a normal tropical system would. So, but the thing is here is that we're still going to be seeing a lot of the same probabilities, really strong winds out of the storm here. We possibly... still not 100% sure yet, but there is a possibility we could be seeing possibly some hurricane force wind gusts out of this system here overall, out there towards Nova Scotia. Seems like you guys are going to take the blunt regarding mostly regarding the wind speeds overall. So we're going to have to really look out there for that. What's up, Jenny? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. What's up, Pilot? Hope you're doing all right. Javier, hope you're doing good. Let's see here. When I watched the storm of the century and see here, and pet, see, what? Watching the storm of the century? I wouldn't call this a storm of the century, but it's definitely a nasty one, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm also taking care of a cat too at the same time. But anyways, but yeah, so like I said, y'all, this is going to be bringing a lot of problems. Obviously, you can see how the winds are going to be pushing. It's kind of hard for y'all to see that. Let me actually go ahead and full screen this for y'all. But we're going to have a lot of the strong winds pushing up against like Nova Scotia here, as you can see. So that's going to cause, obviously, some storm surging. We're going to have ourselves, you know, those winds pushing against Cape Cod, which will probably cause problems out there as well. And, of course, you know, the water being pushed away from the coast could create some rip current problems. There's a whole list. Possible flooding, maybe winter weather. We still haven't figured that out yet. So flooding seems to be a good possibility. Winter weather, very strong winds. That's the main concern, I'd say. And, of course, we have ourselves, you know, overall, the overall effects out of this here. So we're going to need to look out there for that overall. The GFS model, that's what we're looking at here right now. The latest ECMWF here goes up to 90 hours, which is not quite there yet, but almost. Also, yeah, the ECMWF is also showing those winds. So this is in knots, by the way, showing those winds. This one regarding sustained winds, constant winds, right around like 40, 45 knots or so, which should be right around 50 sustained. So that's like, you know, constant winds blowing at that speed. But let me actually, let's see here. I was running an internet speed test earlier here, so ignore that. But let's see. We're going to have to hop over here to the main models. We're going to see what's going on over here because this one will actually tell us the wind gusts, obviously what the winds could peak at overall. So let's go ahead and do Quebec here, and we're going to hop over here to the wind gusts. So we're going to start off with the American GFS so you guys can see Nova Scotia down there. This gives us a better overall view, I should say, overall. When we work our way down in time regarding these wind gusts, and look at this. So this is actually in kilometers an hour. And we're talking the potential of some of those winds getting up to right around 141 kilometers an hour. That is actually pretty nasty. We're gonna see if we can pull this up a little bit closer here. Let's see. We got USA, maybe the East Coast US. I'm hoping maybe that'll be a little better. I think that'll be. Yeah, I think that'll work. There you go. This is also in knots too. But anyways, but yeah, this is showing right around like 76 knots regarding wind gusts across the, you know, that kind of brownish color there. And of course, you can see that brown go right up across the coast there of Nova Scotia, throughout possibly even out there towards like coastal Maine, as you can see up there towards the northern side. So these are wind gusts possibly getting up to right around 76 knots, which if you do the calculations, that's like over 80 miles an hour. Over 80 mile an hour wind gusts out there possible along the coast of Nova Scotia. So yeah, this is definitely a really nasty looking storm here overall. And like I said, this is really not too far out either. I mean, this is for the afternoon of the 18th, which today is pretty much over. This is basically about like 4 days away, which obviously 4 days away with the amount of the amount of overall agreement that we have here between the models. Yes, obviously we can, forecast relatively well out this far. Now here is the, the wind gusts here for the ECMWF. Obviously, helps out a bit towards the main coast. Not as strong, but out there towards Nova Scotia still. Obviously, we're getting up there still into the region between like 45 to 55 mile an hour, or sorry, 45 to 55 knot, which will be right around like 60, 65 miles an hour overall. So that is something that we're looking out there for. So once again, winds does seem to be a major concern out there. So we'll have to, definitely need to be looking out there for it. Whenever it comes to the wave height, so that's another problem. So where you have strong winds, that obviously, interacts with the ocean and cause, a bunch of problems overall. Let's see here. We're actually going to hop over to the American GF. I don't think we can actually. This is deciding it's not wanting to work. Okay. Well, let's see here. We're going to hop back down to, what about heightened direction. There we go. This will work. So, anyways, but we work our way down in time. We're going to hop down to 12 Zulu. So we work our way further down in time here, and you can actually see how the wave heights, watch down here towards Florida. That's where they start. They start working their way up the coast here. And, of course, once we reach our way up there towards, like, Nova Scotia, we actually are seeing those wave heights possibly in the 30-plus foot range, which could be a problem out there. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for this here. So it's not, like I said, it's just a list of things we got to look out for. I mean, obviously damaging winds, possibly, I mean, it was still not really ruled out yet, but maybe up to 70, 80 mile per hour wind gusts out there. We're talking about the potential of, maybe 30, 40-plus foot waves out there. A lot of, surging could be a problem. We got ourselves rainfall issues, maybe some flooding. So, like I said, it's just a whole list of things that we have really got to be looking out for in this overall system here. So, we'll definitely look out there for it. Now, the models have actually been saying, now this is still not for sure at this point. This is the only thing I'm a little uncertain about for the most part. But the models, they've been hinting towards maybe a bit of snow across the Northeast. Maybe out there towards like the western side of Maine. Let me just go ahead and show you guys real quickly. So we have ourselves precipitation type here. Overall regarding the GFS model, that's the model we're looking at here right now. So we work our way down in time, and you can see how according to the GFS, it does have a little bit of winter weather, possibly out there towards like Vermont, New Hampshire. Eventually working its way into Maine, which could be something to look out there for. Now, this is a little too early to look at the snowfall accumulations. Obviously, we're still trying to decide if this is going to be a factor or not, if there's going to be heavy snowfall. But the GFS model was actually showing a decent amount of snowfall. But look at this, the European model. That's the one that really takes things crazy regarding snowfall. I mean, some areas maybe near a foot could be possible out there towards like northern Maine. But like I said, don't trust that yet. Obviously, it's still a little early in time. I wouldn't trust to expect that much snow quite yet unless, like I said, if this continues to show up here on the models, then we'll obviously start to prepare for it. But right now, I would say I'm not so obviously I'm not really trusting that too much right now. Overall, since there is still a little bit of disagreement between that. But overall, that's that. Let's see here. Don't let Andrew see that comment I made. He will either make fun of it or go buy a bunch of M&Ms. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Let's see here. Tried M&Ms and milk in a cup. Eat it with a spoon? No. No, I've never even heard of anybody doing that. All right, man. You do you, I guess. But anyways, like I said, yeah, it's really, it's really the winds that I'm mostly concerned about. The winds overall, obviously the surging because of the winds and all of that. That's what I'm concerned about the most. Out there across some of the portions out there towards the Northeast and obviously Nova Scotia. I think Nova Scotia is probably going to take most of the brunt force from this system overall. So that's what I'm saying. If you guys, if you know anybody who lives out there, especially across the central western side of Nova Scotia, really the entire area of Nova Scotia will likely be heavily impacted. But if you know anybody out there just in Nova Scotia in general, obviously get them aware of the situation. Tell them yourself or share the live stream. That way they can stay up to date with it. It's up to you, obviously. But like I said, seriously, just do something. Let them know. That way they're ready to prepare for it. Because, like I said, the models are actually pretty consistent on the system here overall. But yeah, this will be taking place here mostly for the 18th. Okay, so this will be mostly the strongest for the 18th out there. And once again, we are talking wind gusts here. Like I said, possibly near, if not over, hurricane force. So we'll have to definitely look out there for that. Also places out there towards once again the northeast northeast coast out there, maybe even Cape Cod. Obviously Cape Cod is one of the heaviest to be hit areas whenever it comes to nor'easters, that it's just right off the coast because with a system like this, we have a low pressure. We have that low pressure system, so we'll do that for an example. So these things rotate counterclockwise, right? So obviously, all those winds are pushing against the shoreline up there towards Maine. And they're also coming back around and getting right there in that little bay area, right? They're getting right there in that little bay area of Cape Cod. So that's the thing, is that all that water moves its way into Cape Cod. This is showing maybe right around 1 p.m. for the 18th. It's still, a little bit still needs to be worked out a little bit, but that could lead to some swelling in the Cape Cod area. And so it's definitely something to watch out for. And like I said, also those winds are probably going to be pretty heavy out there as well. So that is what we need to look out for. Let's see here. T2014 says, watching from Cape Breton Island. Thank you for covering the East Coast. You're very welcome. Like I said, we're going to be here for you guys. We've covered a lot of storms, not just this year, but last year regarding Nova Scotia out there as well. So this is just another one to add to the list here. So we're going to have to really be looking at it we're going to have to really be looking at this, my friends, because, like I said, the models, both the American GFS and the ECMWF are pretty consistent on the overall potential that this thing could be a pretty nasty storm in general. Now, whenever it comes to like the rain and stuff like that, regarding rainfall accumulations and stuff, let's see here what the models have to say overall. But whenever it comes to, let's see here, whenever it comes to the probability here of overall rainfall, according to the ECMWF, we are talking like 2 to 4 inches possibly of rainfall out there towards like eastern Maine, possibly getting up there maybe towards 1 to 2 inches out there towards, basically eastern Massachusetts and all. Like I said, though, I'm not going to take those too seriously right now, and you shouldn't really either. Obviously, I would definitely keep an eye out there for them. Don't get me wrong. But, those rainfall totals, they're going to fluctuate for a while. They're gonna fluctuate for the next couple of days, okay? So at least for the next 2 days or so, they're going to be fluctuating back and forth between, different opinions. But I will tell you that there's a good shot we could get a little bit of, heavy rain out there by, once again, Cape Cod, eastern sides of Maine. I think those are going to be some of the heaviest impacted areas in the U.S. at least. It's going to be mostly across these regions here. My mouse is giving out on me. Like I said, I need to get me a new mouse because this thing, if I barely click, which I tend to do sometimes, it basically just like, I'm doing that on purpose though. Not this time. Well, now it's working, of course, that I say it, but it just keeps on skipping overall. Let's see here. What category is it, predicted to land at? So, like I said, Christy, it's not a tropical system because it is not in warm enough waters to be classified as a tropical system. This is a system we call subtropical, meaning basically, it's under the tropical, criteria, if that makes sense. But if based off the wind speeds and all, it's kind of equivalent to a upper level tropical storm, to make sense. So that's probably, winds between 60 and 70 miles an hour, probably. I'd say probably more 50 to 60, with gusts probably getting up a little bit. Obviously getting up a little bit higher, of course, because the gusts obviously go over what the sustained winds are expected to be. But yeah, so it'll probably be like upper level tropical storm, which is very impactful for those regions because they don't have any protection even for the smallest of storms up there. So yeah, these type of storms definitely do cause some issues. Let's see here. So with the Hurricane Center highlight then, they sometimes do highlight subtropical systems. I feel like they might, considering they have in the past with other systems overall. So, yeah. Let's see here. Roaster Jim says enough for power outages. Oh, absolutely. With the amount of winds that we're going to be experiencing, plus with the amount of rainfall, the rain is going to loosen up the ground and the winds are going to do the final job and basically, help knock some loose trees down and stuff like that. The good thing, though, about this season, obviously a lot of the leaves have fallen, so that's less drag on trees to potentially bring them down. But that's still not going to completely rule that out, of course. So obviously, you still got to expect for the possibility. You expect the worst, hope for the best, obviously. Or I should say prepare for the worst, hope for the best overall. So, but yeah, we'll keep you guys in the loop here, obviously, regarding the models and stuff like that. But, like I said, the whole list is there on this storm here, ranging between the rainfall, the winds, the waves. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Kind of scary with the wind speeds could get higher. It's definitely interesting, for sure. Let's see here. Electro says, I'm in Nova Scotia. It's not uncommon for multiple extratropical or frontal systems like this to happen for the winter months. Mostly worried about outages as our power grid needs some serious work. Absolutely. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, like I said, even, it's been pretty uncommon for like the summer months because we had that, I forgot the name. Was it Lee? I think Lee was the one that went up here towards this region. And then I think there was another one as well, if I'm not mistaken. My memory is pretty bad. But yeah, I know there was at least one storm we covered this year and another one we covered last year too that did a very similar approach and did cause some numerous outages. I think it had like over 100,000 people without power, the last one we had like this, which is pretty crazy. Let's see here, but thank you for your coverage. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, my friend. I'm here for y'all. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, hey, feel free to, shoot a comment down there, and I will do my best I can to help y'all out. Let's see here. Is Minnesota getting snow? Not really anything measurable. Nothing too crazy, Stacy, that we're seeing right now. So, not yet. Just wait a little bit. Yeah, wait really till like December, January. That's usually whenever the big stuff starts happening, but it'll probably be a little under average this year for you. I'll tell you that one. But anyways, like I said, if you guys are just now joining us, y'all, like I said, we're watching a storm system that's going to be working its way up here towards the East Coast. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the full-on view here. We're going to do, let's see here, Eastern U.S. This might be perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and actually make this a full screen for you guys, make it look a little better overall. We'll go ahead and line up that time for you as well. So the time is just above me if you guys do want to follow along, obviously with the time of what frame we're looking at. So anyways, but let's go ahead and get on into it. So I have to reset that there. Okay, so we work our way down in time. So obviously right now, across the south, we've been having a lot of rainfall that's been popping off here. That's going to move its way to the east, cause a lot of rain across like Florida, all that. But then that's going to spawn off another system just east of Florida. And obviously, with that one big storm we were talking about rolling its way in the country, we're getting a cold front that's going to be working its way here to the east, obviously cooling things down for the most part. But what's going to happen is you're going to see what's going to happen with that cold front. So there's your cold front right there now, and you see how that system's pulling up to the north. So what happens in these systems is that ahead of a cold front, the winds move to the northeast. Behind a cold front, they usually move to the southeast or to the east. So obviously this system's being dragged up from this cold front here, from another system, in which is actually dragging it up here towards the northeast overall. So that is something that we need to look out there for. But anyways, yeah, we continue down in time. Once again, you guys can follow the time up here. It's on for the 17th, which today is pretty much over. So it's almost the 14th here. So this is really not too far out. And of course, it makes contact with that cold front as soon as it hits like Maine. According to the latest ECMWF. And obviously, the right-hand side, we always say this because it's true, the right-hand side of cyclones obviously carry the heaviest amount of rainfall, heaviest amount of wind, overall. So, like I said, I definitely believe that, Nova Scotia is going to take most of the heavy winds out of this system overall. And out there towards the west, obviously, we're still going to have some serious winds, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I think that Nova Scotia is probably going to take some of the heaviest amount of those winds. Like I said, possibly, it's not ruled out yet, but there's some models that are saying it could get up near hurricane force, if not over hurricane force. Like I said, the GFS, I believe, was showing 76 knots, which that's like over 80 mile an hour wind gusts, possibly out there towards the western coast of Nova Scotia. But like I said, that's still not solid. The European model shows a little bit less because the cyclone's a little bit higher in pressure overall, I should say, meaning it's a weaker cyclone. But both of the models, as you can see, show a really significant low pressure system working its way up there. So that's the European model. The GFS model, not too far behind it, really in the same area actually, but the pressure is a lot lower, meaning the storm is a lot stronger. Which obviously increases winds and all that fun stuff. So like I said, that's just something we got to look out there for. But the overall picture, you guys can see how this plays out here. So we get all the rain across the south, kind of transitions over Florida. Then we get another system that pops up here, subtropical storm. This could even cause a bunch of problems out there towards like a lot of the East Coast. Mostly in terms of like rip currents and stuff, could be an issue out there. So obviously, people going to the beach, which, most people, there's people that obviously go to the beach at this time, but not as many during the summer months. But yeah, look out for rip currents if you're out in the water, which I wouldn't know why you'd be in the water in the first place right now. But just take that seriously, because obviously they can pull you out to sea, and it's very dangerous. Definitely very dangerous. But yeah, that could be a big problem too. I mean, like I said, winds, rip currents, waves, rainfall. I mean, all of that's going to be a problem with this storm here. Let's see here. The models are important. Absolutely. Yep, they sure are. Let's see here. Chrissy says, thanks for the forecast. You're very welcome. So yeah, I've landed up in West Helena as well. Just keep picking them up. Gotcha. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is what we're looking at. Crystal says, drink some water. I'm good. I know there's a lot of talking. There's a lot of information. But I want to tell you guys something, though. That's not even, I mean, that's one storm that we have going on. The Hurricane Center has another area we're watching. There's a possibility for a tropical system. This is not the same one that we're watching hit northeast. The one that's going to hit northeast is going to do something like, kind of do something like this for the most part. This storm's going to do something like this. There's two storms out there. Two storms. This one's going to be possibly a tropical storm. This one's going to be tropical storm forced, but a subtropical system, meaning it's under the threshold for tropical activity. But yeah, Hurricane Center's got a 70% chance on the latest update here. Let's see, that was at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Obviously, formation through the next 48 hours, not expected overall. Anyways, do I think there'll be a tornado threat next week in Alabama? Rob, it's not impossible, actually. Yeah, it's not impossible. So some of the models have been supporting the possibility of a nice system that could drive a squall line down there towards the southeast, but I really don't have high hopes for it overall. I mean, look at that. It definitely does show a pretty nice little linear line of thunderstorms, maybe even severe, but yeah, this is still a little ways away. This is for like the 21st, which that is a little too far for me. I don't really like looking that far out in the models, because at that point it becomes a little uncertain. And plus the other models, like the GFS I was looking earlier, they don't really support the same thing. Let's see here. But that is, that's what's going on with that. So maybe. We'll have to see how that plays out there. Let's see here. CMC model regarding this upcoming system here. Let's see here. So this one, CMC model, this was the later run, or the older run, I should say. And I don't think that one goes out as far. Here's the Icon model. Yeah, the Icon one shows that as well. We're going to go ahead and full screen that again for you guys. Yeah, Icon model shows that system there as well. The wind speeds, wow, very heavy on that one. Look at that. That even shows like Cape Cod getting nearly tropical storm force. Yeah, tropical storm force winds out there. Right there next to Cape Cod. Obviously wind gusts over tropical storm force. That's really interesting. Yeah, that is really interesting. But like I said, yeah, once again, Nova Scotia seems to be taking most of the blunt force here. Let's see if I can find a better view. Trying to find another... Oh, here we go. Southeast Canada. Perfect. That is a much better view. Okay. That just made things 10 times easier to look at. All right. That's awesome. So, yeah, there's Nova Scotia there. So each one of these little barbs you see, these are called wind barbs. And you see there's two long lines. That means 20 knots. So one long line is 10 knots worth. Half a line is 5 knots. So you guys can kind of read it. And if you see a triangle, that means over 50 knots. But, yeah, according to the Icon model, it actually shows it going further to the east, which that would be very, very, very impactful for... I'm not sure what the name of the landmass is here. I'm not too up to date with my Canadian territories. But this area here, can I find out what that's called? Was that St. John's? Wait, that might be a city there. Newfoundland. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Newfoundland here with the Icon. It gets most of the blunt force here. Dude, look at that thing, though. That is ridiculous. But still, yeah, Nova Scotia definitely still getting some pretty strong winds out there. This one shows it going a little bit further west overall. The GFS, yeah, you can see the GFS really has a lot of those winds slamming right into Nova Scotia there. Which is, really, really interesting here. Yeah, the pressure, according to this model, is like down in the 970s, which that's a beefy storm. Let's just put it at that. Let's see here. The ECMWF regarding the European model shows both, actually. You know what? Not just Nova Scotia is probably going to be impacted, but also Newfoundland. I'd say more particularly on the south and the eastern side, probably will experience a lot of heavy conditions out there. I mean, this is for the 19th, right on the morning of the 19th. I mean, you see those winds. They are literally pushing right at the coast. And so the winds directly influence waves. So that means that the winds are going to be pushing the water inland, causing maybe some swelling, obviously higher sea level, and obviously, you know, bigger waves and all kinds of stuff like that. So that could be a problem out there towards Newfoundland and, you know, not just Newfoundland, but also, like I said, Nova Scotia, all those areas. So, you know, that's what we need to look out there for. Let's see here. Christy says Newfoundland. For me, it says Newfoundland. Is it pronounced Newfoundland? See, because hold on a minute, wrong screen there. See, for me, it says Newfoundland. Is it pronounced Newfoundland or Newfoundland? I don't know. I'm confused. But anyways, but you know, both areas, regardless, probably are going to take some heavy hits here. And like I said, even the U.S. East Coast there. Out there by like Maine, especially northern Maine, I'd say is probably going to get a lot of the heavy winds out of that there too, overall. Let's see here. I'm actually curious about winter weather up there. So yeah, this is definitely going to be spawning quite a massive winter storm too out of this. So, you know, this overall cyclone here is, you know, obviously going to be kicking off some pretty heavy snow. Not really for the U.S. That's Maine. Obviously, that's New Hampshire. That's Vermont. That's New York State. You can see how this is mostly throughout eastern Canada. But yeah, it's going to be really kicking off a really powerful winter storm out there. Massive cyclone overall. But yeah, I mean, that could definitely be bringing a lot of accumulations. You know, we're not even going to get into accumulations there because, you know, it's still a little early for all the precipitation totals and all, but yeah, it could be pretty significant out there. So look out there for that. And of course, like I said, we're actually seeing the snow on this side is because the colder air is right there at that point. So that's basically the right around where the freezing line is, or basically the snow line, I should say, which is where, you know, obviously snow can be existent throughout the atmosphere. Over here, it's warmer. Because that warmer air that gets pulled up here, there goes my mouse, the warmer air that gets pulled up here to the north, and that colder air gets pulled down from the back. So obviously up there it's a lot cooler, that cold air gets pulled down. Down here it's a lot warmer, that warm air gets pulled up. Let's see here. Benny says Newfoundland. Gotcha. Let's see here. What's up, Gregory? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. I'm going to watch Monday Night Football. See you later. All right, see you later, Storm Chaser. So you're looking at for. Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on there, my friend. So obviously prepare for a bit of snow out of that storm too, more than likely. So it just never ends. Just never ends. Let's see here. Hi, Andrew. I know you don't really cover Canada, but do you know if this is going to impact Toronto area? I don't. Let's see here. Where's Toronto? Let me double check on that. I'm not too fond. Is Toronto where I think it is? Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, Toronto. No, this is going to be really far away from Toronto, just to the east. What about Prince Edward's Island? Isn't that just north of Nova Scotia, if I'm not mistaken? So that's right here. Okay, so that's right there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's look at the winds overall. So oh yeah, no, you're going to be getting it too. Oh yeah, for sure. Prince Edward's Island, yeah, you're going to be seeing those winds really cranking, actually. According to the GFS, it kind of shows the system here producing sustained winds, meaning constant winds of over 50 knots, which that would be, I'm pretty sure you don't know miles an hour. I think you go off kilometers an hour, right? So if I was to do conversion, let's see here. Let me do this for you real quickly. So when it comes to, so we're talking, the model here is showing like 50 knots, 50, 55 knots. which that would be, let's see here, around 92 kilometers an hour, sustained. So constantly blowing around 92 kilometers an hour, which that would be, yeah, pretty beefy. But also, remember, that's sustained. That's constant winds. Obviously, we're expecting higher gusts, so prepare for that to be a little more on the extreme side. Let's see here. We're going to hop our way back over to wind gusts here. Maybe I can find a better view over there like we did on the other page. Let's see here if I can do that. Model, GFS. Here we go. Canada. Let's see here. Where is that one area? Is this it? Look at that. Perfect. That is literally what I'm looking for. Okay. And this is already in kilometers an hour. But yeah, look at that. Prince Edward's Island there is like over 100 kilometer an hour wind gusts. Over 100 kilometer per hour wind gusts. You can see the table there. 10 meter wind gusts, which 10 meters is pretty close. And you can see how all of Prince Edward's Island there is on the table of over 100 kilometers per hour. So that's a little crazy. European model on the other hand, so this is the Euro. Let's see here, 18 Zulu. I don't think 18 Zulu is not done yet. Let's see here, okay. But let's see here. So this, the ECMWF, look at that, shows kind of the same, maybe a little bit on the lower side overall. Maybe out there towards, let's see here. Yeah, maybe out there towards like the range between like 90 kilometer per hour wind gusts, which that's still pretty hefty. Let's see here. Let me convert that to my American friends here. So 90 kilometer per hour winds would be right around 55, or 55 gusts, which, pretty solid though. And it's pretty solid. And having that for several hours obviously could be a problem. Let's see here. What's up, Jenny? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. My family lives in West Prince. Gotcha. So yeah, no, like I said, you want to watch out there as well. Of course, you guys definitely want to pay attention there. As it's probably going to be a little crazy there. Overall. Let's see here. Okay, so we work our way down in time. So look at this. Yeah, here is the. Let's see here. We're gonna hop to now the 18 Zulu wants to work. But yeah, the pressure of this storm here is getting pretty nuts. I mean, we're talking like 970 territory, which, yeah, regarding pressure, that's pretty significant. Pretty strong storm. Let's see here. What's in store for Michigan? Obviously, when it comes to this system, you're good. Yeah, I'm not worried about you for that system. However, let's see here. Across the mainland U.S., let's see here real quickly. When it comes to Michigan, the next thing you can expect is a cold front right here for the morning of the 17th overall, but nothing too crazy. Actually, it's probably going to be a little windy, actually. A little bit windy from that frontal system, a little bit of rain, but that's about it. And then, hello. GFS goes a little crazy. Holy cow. Yeah, don't trust this, guys. Let me show you how different the last... Oh, it wasn't even existent the last run. That just goes to show you. Don't trust that. Don't trust that. That's too far out. Yeah, too far out simply. Meanwhile, you have this system. If I drop a run, still there. Drop another run, still there. Still there, still there, still there, still there, still there. So you see how it's pretty consistent there. Let's see here. I mean, it seems like... It actually seems like that system's getting closer to Maine. Do y'all see that? Hold on. If I show you the trend, so this is the current run. Let me let you know that the runs happen every 6 hours. Okay, every 6 hours. So they re-come out every 6 hours. So that means there's going to be 4 GFS runs per day. So this is the one we have now. 6 hours ago, that was that model. 6 hours before that, it was there. 6 hours before that, looked a lot different, but 6 hours before that, it's back to where it really was. 6 hours before that, and so on. So you can see how it's been there, and it seems like the last couple of runs, it's actually getting slightly closer. You see that, how it's getting slightly closer to Maine. So that's a trend. That's a trend. Let's see here. Anything for Central and South Florida? So out there, out where I'm at actually as well, we're going to be getting a bit of rain. Actually, we got ourselves, we're kind of worked between two low pressure systems here. So we got that one rainstorm that's out there, and we got that other one. This next storm is going to be the one that hits the northeast. So this one's going to be working its way up there, and basically stealing all the moisture from that storm down there in the south that's currently happening as we speak, which that storm is right here. Yeah, we're getting a lot of rain out there towards the coast. But ultimately, what's going to happen, guys, is this system here, all of that precipitation is going to work its way here. We're going to get a new system that develops, takes all that precipitation, and launches it up right across the coast. So that's what's going to happen over the next 4 days. So, yeah, so all that precipitation, in simple terms, it's going to go, whoop, oh, that's too far. It's going to go like, that, oh, that's too far inland. 3 times the charm, maybe? Good enough. Close enough. But anyways, yeah, that's what's going on. But yeah, no, expect some rain down south. Obviously, we're going to be getting a bit of rain out there. Possibly a good amount too. Also, guys, it's actually snowing right now across Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Just for anybody who's curious, But yeah, guys, so that's the main system. Obviously, that's what we got to look out there for over the next couple of days. I mean, like I said, this is not that far out, though. This is really not too far out. I mean, this is about like, this is about like what 3-4 days away now. Here for like the 18th. I mean, today's pretty much over, so pretty much, yeah, about 4 days out there. This is showing here for the afternoon of the 18th. So yeah, a little more than 4 days, a little bit more than 4 days. But like I said, the models though, when it comes to the system, you can see how they are pretty decently in sync here. So there's the European model, there's the American GFS, both of the main forecasting models, and they both have that system there, and for the last several runs too. Last several runs it's been there. So there's trends, multiple models support it. Multiple runs support it, so that's good confidence. I give this system overall about an 85% confidence of it somewhat playing out like this overall. So, I think it's pretty solid. But anyways, let's see. Any low pressure system still that are going to impact northern or northeast Indiana? No, nothing too crazy. I mean, you're gonna get a little frontal system to roll through, but it's not gonna do too much. Yeah, definitely nothing compared to this storm out here. Yeah, this one's gonna be one of the heavy hitters, I should say. Let's see here. Where is Southeast Canada? Trying to find you again, wherever you're at. I know you're around here. Oh, there you are. But yeah, so that right there is one of my main concerns here. Is this system overall. I mean, yeah, like I said, this is going to bring in some pretty hefty winds. I think that's going to be most of the main problem, is the heavy winds out there. So if you guys know anybody who lives across like Cape Cod, in the northeastern United States, if you live out there towards like Maine's coast, out there towards Nova Scotia, Prince Edward's Island, Newfoundland, you guys need to watch out for this, okay? Those are the main areas that we need to be paying attention to. So basically these areas here. Those are the main areas we gotta look out for. So if you know anybody, if you live out there, obviously, if you know anybody who's out there, give them a heads up. Obviously, because this is going to be a pretty nasty storm. And if you're wondering, like I said, once again, regarding the timing of the system, this system is going to be popping off here basically between, let's see here. So most of it's going to happen for the 18th, but some of it's going to roll out through the 19th. So between the 18th and 19th. So the 18th through the 19th here overall. So pretty much, so this is going to be here for the 18th. regarding timing, and then this is going to be here for the 19th. So that's the timing for the storm here overall. And of course, the low, pretty strong. Also, like I said, it's definitely going to be pretty windy regarding gust 2, even across the northeast. I mean, you're going to feel it for sure. I mean, even more inland areas are probably going to feel some pretty gusty winds overall. See, it's okay, Andrew. So dry here. Oh, I understand. Yeah, it's actually dry quite a lot of places, especially down south, like Louisiana. You know, they've been very, very dry. Very, very dry lately, and actually, we're getting a lot of rain out there right now, so that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be pretty handy. It'll help ease those drought conditions overall. That's good. But like I said, guys, yeah, also, this is going to be sparking quite the winter weather event out there towards eastern Canada. I don't think many people live out in this area. I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. I know a lot of Canada's population is mostly throughout the coast and in towards, the U.S. side, right there near the border. At least, I think I heard like 50% of the population is right there next to the border of the U.S. But there's obviously going to be somebody who lives out here. So, yeah. Let's see. Here's dry in Tennessee too. Let me actually show you off since y'all are talking about the conditions. So here's the drought monitor. All the red is showing really heavy droughts. The orange is showing kind of moderate droughts. The tan's light droughts, and the yellow is kind of a just abnormal dry type of situation. But yeah, where we're getting all that rain right now out there towards like Louisiana, Mississippi, it's definitely good for those conditions because it is extremely dry out there. But yeah, I see where you're coming in from Tennessee too. Yeah, a lot of Tennessee is actually very dry as well. Let's see here, a lot of Iowa is. Let's see here, southeast Nebraska. We got Texas. We got Mississippi too. Yeah, there's quite a few places that's pretty dry right now. I'm surprised the upper northwest is pretty dry still, considering we've already had like several storms roll through in the last couple of weeks. It's been like shot after shot, it seems, of precipitation rolling through. So let's see, I'm in the very middle of the red in Tennessee. Well, like right in there. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. Pretty hefty. Let's see here. So for the future out there, we're going to be getting that cold front rolling through. Honestly, it's probably not going to be too much. I hate to tell you. And of course, you have GFS that goes absolutely nuts with a massive, massive cyclone. But yeah, that's too far out. That's something we're not worried about here. But like I said, in the short range, not too far out, we have this system here, which is, not too far. Relatively close. Which I'm going to do coverage, actually, for this. What time does this mostly happen? It seems like the impacts start... Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a daytime event for the most part. So I'll be live probably throughout... Okay, so probably early afternoon through the evening. I'm going to try to go live for the 18th. I'll be live to cover this here. So obviously, guys, whenever there is the crazy weather popping off, just remember that we're going to be live to cover this, okay? I'm going to be live to cover this system and obviously to be able to walk you guys through it. And obviously, if you have any questions throughout the system, I'm going to be here to help answer any questions you might have. Let's see. I'm on the west coast of Florida. Haven't seen rain for 2 months this day. Yeah. No, I'm in central Florida. It's been dry for like at least 2 to 3 weeks here. That is really weird. Look at this. But yeah, we got one good storm a while ago. That is really odd. Are you guys seeing this? Look at this. So we have rain that's going to the southwest, and then we have rain that's coming up to the northeast. We have little convergence right here. So what I think's happening is I think it's upper and lower level rainfall. So some of the rainstorms are on the lower elevations of the atmosphere, some on the upper elevations two different masses going over each other. That two big plates going over one another. That's what's happening here. But yeah, so that's just what we need to look out there for, my friends. So yeah, once again, if you know anybody who lives out there by obviously Maine, if you know anybody who lives out there by Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, got to prepare for the worst. Okay, like I said, obviously I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just here to let you guys know, about what we have on our hands here. Okay. It's obviously good that we're telling you guys this now because, it gives you a little bit of time to prepare for it. Obviously to bring things in that could easily be blown around. That's your all's homework. For the next 1 to 2 days, I want you guys to do this. I want you all, if you live out there by coastal Maine, actually out there by Cape Cod too. If you live out there by, obviously, Nova Scotia, live out there by Prince Edward's Island. If you live out there by Newfoundland, that's your homework. If you have anything that's loose, anything that could easily be blown around in the wind, I want you to bring it indoors, okay? That is your job. That is what you got to do. And depending on, other things like power outages and stuff like that, we'll have to continue to watch that over the next little bit. But, the system seems pretty solid, but I would wait another day or so before we start, preparing for the power outages and stuff, because, it's going to happen. If the system plays out the way the models are saying it will, which, it seems very likely at this point, then, of course, we'll have to prepare for power outages, too, because it'll certainly happen. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right, see you later, Gregory. Thanks for joining. But yeah, like I said, once again, it's not just the GFS. It's a lot of the other models too. We have Icon model here, as you can see. This model doesn't go out as far. Let's see here. There you go. Icon model shows that big system rolling through. Obviously, we looked at the GFS just a second ago. GFS shows that system rolling through. European ECMWF, known to be one of the most accurate models out there, shows system rolling through. So all the models are talking about it. Okay, so you know something's up when like all the models are talking about the same thing. So that's going to be the problem. Let's see here. What's up, Scott? But yeah, like I said, just guys, make sure you all watch out for it. And like I said, once again, if you're just now joining us, once again, your homework out there towards Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland, just bring in anything that's loose, anything that could easily fly away, such as like, plastic lawn furniture, for an example. Let's see here. What is also could be light outside. What, like I said, obviously, light things that could easily be blown around the wind. That's the stuff you need to bring in there. Let's see here. I texted my family and friends a few minutes ago. Told them to bunker down. For sure, a small wind will knock a power out in Prince Edward Island. Oh, yeah. No, and like I said, we're talking, sustained winds around 40 to 50 knots out there. So that's Prince Edward Island there. So we're talking like 40 to 50 knots across the entire island for the most part. And that is going to be obviously bringing up those, going to be bringing up those power outages overall, which that is like, to obviously the mile an hour perspective, that's like 60 mile per hour sustained winds. Wind gusts could be higher than that. So that's the thing. Yeah, the wind gusts are going to be much higher, and those gusts are the ones you got to really look out for overall. What's up, Broccoli? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, that's that. Let's see here. Wow, look at those. Yeah, 850 millibar winds go crazy. Luckily, that's upper elevations. Let's see. Is there really any areas that's above 850 millibars? Hold on a minute. Do any of these... Hold on a minute, y'all. Is there any mountains out here? To the locals who live out here, is there a lot of mountain ranges? Yeah, topography plays a very, very heavy role, because 850 millibars, some mountain tops even can get this. That's only like 4,000 or 5,000 feet up in the air. And if there is places that are above like 4,000 to 5,000 feet up, yeah, the winds could be even higher, up to maybe near 90 knots. See, yeah, there is. Okay, see, that could be a problem. For the mountaintops, that would be much worse. That would be much, much worse. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm curious now. See here, mountains. Oh, there is in there. Wow. Okay. Well, there's some mountains that I'm seeing over 1,000 feet. I think one of the biggest ones is White Hill Mountain, which that's showing around 1,700 feet. Which this is right around like 4,000 feet. So this is like 2 times that. But yeah, obviously the higher you go up in the atmosphere here, the heavier the winds are going to get. But yeah, I mean, also, yeah, but if you're on the mountains there, obviously, yeah, definitely want to watch out there for that. Cape Breton Island has the highlands about 1,700 feet, says T 2014. Okay, gotcha. So that's about halfway up to this marker. So there might be a 950. Let's see here. I know. Let me try this. I think this might support 950. Yeah, 950 millibars would be about 2,000 feet up, if I recall correctly. Oh no, is there not even a V? Come on. 925. There we go. That'll be supportive. Should show it overall. Let's see here. It's kind of really hard to see here. Hold on. So it shows some of those upper elevations there. Over 70 knots sustained. That, my friends, could be a problem. I just wish I could zoom in a little closer. Hold on, let's see here. Can I go to maybe this view? Doesn't really help too much, does it? Also, that's only supports 850. Let's see, northeast. How far northeast? Nope, not enough. Come on, you're killing me. Yeah, I don't think there's enough support here, unfortunately. I mean, you can see the western side of Nova Scotia up there. Anyways. Let's see here. See, west side of the island. Gotcha. Yeah, that's where the heaviest impacts are going to be, too, across the west side of the island. So that's something we got to really be looking out for. I just wish that this program would go out a little further. I wish it was more, like, I don't know, friendly. Maybe this... Wait, hold on, man. I didn't even try to think. I think this model might be able to show it. Let's see here. Winds... Where's my upper level winds at? Bear with me for a minute, you guys. Hold on a minute. We got to do something. So, select model. Set navigation. Here we go. GFS. Canada. This. And then we got to look at the... Yeah, that's 850 millibars. Maybe if I go towards Quebec, maybe this one has 8? No. Yeah, see, this only supports those 850 millibar winds out there, which is like above the mountaintops for the most part. So that would be a little higher than the mountains. But anyways, but yeah, it's still, I mean, pretty hefty. Anyways, but yeah, but like I said, yeah, regardless, the winds are going to be pretty hefty, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Oh, I haven't heard about him in a while. Yeah, that Jake dude, I think he got blocked from the stream because he was doing some stuff. But enough of that topic. Let's see here. MP says, hello all, what's up? Hope we're doing good. Where's the snow? So, a lot of the snow right now, Canada's going to be stealing it. Canada's going to be stealing all the snow with this next big storm we're talking about here. Look at this. Look at that. They're going to be stealing it right there. Actually, 2 times. We got this storm right here that's going to be popping off, that cold front. This one's here for the 16th, which is like 2 days from now. And that's going to roll through, and then another storm's going to pick up. And then kick off there, and then maybe another storm. Now this is the GFS being probably pretty stupid. This is like the first time it's popped up, so you know maybe next run probably won't even support this next system here. So we'll see. This is the one out there from the 22nd, which is still a little ways away. Jenny says snow in Virginia, please. Yeah, Jenny, it's still a little far away, I think, though. Unfortunately, I think we're still a couple months from that. I mean, we can get some small traces this time of the year, but Pilot says, I want some snow in Tennessee. Same for you. Probably going to be a little bit. But we can thank Canada right now. I mean, they're taking it all from us. Canadian friends always get snow first. Yep. Indeed, they do. Slowly those cold air starts rolling down. And that's whenever you start to notice it. But anyways, let's see here. Gotta hop back over here, y'all. Yeah, it just sucks that I can't look at the 925 millibar. Let's see, does it support it for this area? No, it does. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, but let's go and hop our way back over here to southeastern Canada. There we go. And we're going to take a look here. So, yeah, more towards the surface level, around the ground level. But, yeah, it's obviously not going to be as heavy there towards the ground level as it is going to be, a couple thousand feet up in the air. Because there's nothing really blocking it, per se. Let's see here. When that Buffalo, New York snowstorm hit, I was like, Rip Buffalo. Yeah. What, the one that I showed on the models? Yeah, remember, that's probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. See, everyone's forecast calling my... Oh, yeah, TRG. A lot of the Mid-Atlantic, trust me when I say that, the Mid-Atlantic gets crazy snow in the Northeast when you have an El Nino. I've lived it. I've seen it firsthand, so I can tell you that happens. You'll really feel it. I'll tell you what. January and February, TRG, mark my words. Right now, everybody listen. Mark my words. January, February, Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, going to get pounded. Maybe a blizzard or two. We'll see. I'm going for it because I know my conditions out there. I know how it's been. I've been through 2 El Ninos that I remember, obviously. I mean, before that, I was little. But 2 of them specifically, 2010, 2016, both big El Ninos that caused big snowstorms. Let's see here. Jenny coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Jenny. It's very sweet of you. Appreciate that. Saying good job. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jenny. That's very sweet of you. Much love to you. Thank you. Once again, y'all give Jenny a big thank you in the chat for us. Thank you once again, Jenny. Super sweet of you. But yeah, so once again, everybody, if you do know people who live out there towards, like I said, pretty much just these areas here in general, mostly of those regions throughout like Cape Cod, all the way from Cape Cod up to Newfoundland there. Those are the regions that's going to be experiencing the heaviest winds. Those are the regions that are going to be experiencing a lot of nasty conditions. Like I said, where there's heavy winds, like I mentioned before, obviously we have all these winds that are going to be battering right towards the coast here. And the thing is that those winds, as they point towards the coast, that is where the waves are going to be coming from. So all that water from the winds is going to be pushing inland out there. Once again, Jenny, thank you for that. Really appreciate it. It's a little late, obviously, on my end here, but I appreciate it. Thank you. But like I was saying, though, the winds really, really influence the water. So expect some swelling. Maybe even out there towards like northern coastal Maine, Could be a possibility, especially Nova Scotia, out there towards Prince Edward's Island. It's even going to happen there. And of course, we have Newfoundland. Yeah, like I said, a lot of these areas here is going to be really having some big impacts from the storm overall. Let's see here. 2016 was massive. I remember being without power for almost a week. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jonas. That's the name of it. Winter Storm Jonas. Happened in 2016, I think. February 22nd? I don't know if I have that date still engraved. I used to know it off. Let's see here. Winter Storm Jonas. Oh, come on. How was I wrong? January 22nd. I am sorry. Yeah, that was the big one. And that was an El Nino. That was like big time. Big time El Nino. There you go. Oh, wait, you can't even see that. Hold on. Let me go ahead and full screen this for you guys. Yeah, big time snow. This is not right now, guys. Let me go ahead and do not RN for right now. Okay. Anyways, good enough. But yeah, no, we've seen like so much snow out there. So much, like feet. I lived up there in Northern Virginia, so I really got some of the heaviest of it, which I think we measured. I think this was just a forecast here on this photo, but I measured like 38 inches of snow. That's the most snow I've seen in my life, and it's in similar conditions that we're expecting this year. Just a little FYI for you. But yeah, anyways, but that's a bit off topic. But just remember. See here, 76 likes. Thank you guys for liking. Very much appreciated. Let's see here, 10 out of 10 handwriting. Hey, it's hard to write on a mouse. Trust me. If you were doing it too, Court, you would do the same. Let's see here. One year we got a bad ice storm. Went a whole week with no power. Wow. Yeah, I don't ever recall really having too many really bad ice storms in Virginia. I know they happen, but I don't recall ever having really big ones overall. Let's see here. What do you mean excuses? All right, Court, next time you come over here, or I see you next, I am going to challenge you to that then. It's not as easy as it looks, trust me. Let's see here. But anyways, like I said, y'all, back to topic here. Yeah, we just got to really look out there for, heavy waves. That's another thing. Yeah, the waves. Let's see here. Where is the waves at? I know you're around here somewhere. You're around here somewhere. Where are you? Is it the ECMWF maybe? I think it was. Maybe? Maybe I'm just on the wrong. Hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there, y'all. Here, maybe try it. Where's the eastern? Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Anyways, wave height. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Anyways, back to where we were. So yeah, the waves though out there is going to get pretty hefty, as you can see. Obviously the color table here has that pink area at the maximum, getting right around like 25 foot, potentially. It actually grows further. You guys can here. We're gonna full screen it since you guys can't really see that side. Yeah, you see that? There's the color table there showing like over 25 foot waves. But that's gonna be a little bit more out to sea. Out there towards Nova Scotia, I know it kind of gets cut off here, but that's gonna be just off the coast. It's probably gonna be right in the range between like 15 and 20. 15 to 20 foot waves out there. I think that's going to be most of that overall. Yeah, look at that GFS. There we go. Now you want to, I almost said participate. I used to get those mixed up all the time. But anyways, yeah, you guys out there, according to GFS, is going to be over 20 foot maybe. Not on the coast, but just out there in the more deeper water. However, that's not going to mean that the coast isn't going to be seeing swelling. Though we're probably going to see a couple feet of swelling, I'd say, out there towards the coast. So, not too sure on how much swells we're going to see, but at least 2 feet, I'd say, easily. Let's see here. But anyways, that's that. But like I said, yeah, guys, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let me know. So we're gonna be here for y'all. Just want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there. Yeah, there's the infrared view of that storm. Really starts to kick off there. Yeah, that's gonna be another problem, guys. Is like I said regarding the rainfall. The rainfall out of the system. We're gonna get a lot of heavy rain out there, probably towards Maine. Like I said, we're talking probably between like 2 and 3 inches of rainfall, which, doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a good amount. Let's see. Swing says, I'm in Florida right now, and there are so many scattered storms here. Yeah, I'm in Florida too, and I can confirm there's been a couple of showers. Let's see here. Let's talk about the upcoming precipitation totals for Central Florida. Okay, I can do that for you. So let's hop back over here. We're going to look at the, let's see, which model do I want to look for? National Weather Service, I guess. More the main forecast. So you wanted Florida? Okay, I got you. Here's 72 hours. Okay, wow. So here's the expected precipitation over the next 72 hours here. You can see it's mostly the east. Wow, even out there by Miami, possibly like 3 to 5 inches of rainfall according to this model, or this projection, I should say. Yeah, even the panhandle of Florida could be between 2 and 3 inches in some spots. That is crazy. So here, my bet's on Arctic. Oh, are you still talking about that drawing thing? Oh my goodness. It's obviously harder than it looks, but yeah, no. Most of Florida is going to be experiencing over an inch of rainfall within the next 72 hours, a little less than 3 days. About like what is that, 2.5 days? I think. No. 2 3/4. Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, 2 3/4. I think. Let's see here. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely. Definitely going to get pretty heavy out there. Got to thank that big storm that's popping off. And, like I said, guys, that storm that all this rainfall is coming from is going to be the one that's going to hit the Northeast overall. Why is Tampa a desert this year? That's a really good question. Yeah, Tampa's been very dry, it seems, lately. Actually, yeah, look at this. Even the drought monitor shows literally Tampa in its own desert. I mean, you got a lot of other Florida out there that's, pretty much in the, pretty much in the zone of normal, not in a drought particularly. But then you got Tampa. Tampa just doing Tampa things. Yeah, out there by like St. Petersburg. Got that. Sarasota is in that really dry conditions. Seems to start getting a little better out there towards like, I would say Cape. More like Port Charlotte, I should say. Cape Coral maybe gets a little bad again. But yeah, most of the east out there, like by Orlando and stuff, no, we're pretty normal. Whoa, what was that about? What? Hold on. What is going on? Oh my gosh. What is happening here? Oh. Hold on, y'all. I think my computer is really glitching out there. Okay, there we go. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. Let's see. The second severe weather season has slowed down, but might pick up again. We'll see. Yeah, we haven't had really any big severe thunderstorm activity in a while. It's been a little bit. But with this pattern change, with multiple troughs, big dips in the jet stream. I just hit my hat. Big dips in the jet stream. With the pattern that we're going into, that's where the storms usually come from. So it could change very soon. Maybe in early as early as mid to late this month, could possibly. So we'll see. Let's see here. So like I said, I'm getting 2.4 inches. That's a good amount of rain. Let's see here. How much would Orlando get? So Orlando, probably between 1 and 2 inches of rainfall. Here. That's what the National Weather Service model has to say. Between 1 and Orlando's right in here. So, yeah, right there between like 1 and 2 inches of rainfall. Let's see here. It's like Tampa Bay is in a dome. We can't catch a break. Or you mean you can catch a break because that's all you've had. No rainfall. Let's see here. Hopefully El Nino will help Tampa Bay this year. Yeah, it should. It should. Because, yeah, the South, during these big El Nino years, the South always is a lot more above average precipitation. The South and the East in general. The Southeast and Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Oh, my gosh, my cat is out cold. I can't move my camera, but I can do this real quickly for you guys. So, look at this. This is right now. She is, like, completely out. Just curled up in a ball, sitting right there, just waiting for me to finish streaming. Now my fan won't be quiet. Okay. Anyways. Bored because I can't storm chase with no severe weather. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Well, there'll be some nice snowstorms to be, like I said, there'll be some nice snowstorms to be looking out for. Let's see here. Hopefully, I already read that one. I already read that one. But anyways, my friends, well, don't really know much more to talk about. I mean, I feel like we went over most of everything we need to. Kitty asked us news. No, not right now. Because at nighttime is whenever they go absolutely crazy and they literally jump all around and go absolutely nuts. But yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, like I said, guys, you know, we're probably going to call it a stream here soon. Like I said, unless you guys have any questions. If y'all have any questions, let me know. If y'all have any questions, let me know, please. Also, Jenny, thank you for the support today. You absolutely rock. We love you, Jenny. Very, very sweet of you. Much, much appreciated. And but yeah, like I said, if y'all have any questions before we roll off here, like anything, upcoming weather, anything that you might be wondering overall, then yeah. Catman, we're not going to look at that right now on the live stream. No, we're not going to look at that here. But all right, you guys. Well, like I said, thank you all for joining us. We love y'all. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Tomorrow on the table, I don't think I'm going to make a video tomorrow either. The videos take a long time to make. I think I'll just do another live stream. I think from here on, I'm going to do another live stream. If I do a video, it'll probably be like a YouTube short or something. So I want to start getting back into making shorts like I used to. Like YouTube shorts like I used to do. So I'll probably do that here. Let's see here. Black Label Express says, I'm traveling through southern Georgia Wednesday morning down to Florida. How bad is the rain going to be? So southern Georgia Wednesday morning. Well, let's take a look. So Wednesday, which day is Wednesday? I think Wednesday is the 15th, right? So yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be raining pretty good, it looks like. Yeah, because right around that time, you said for the morning, Wednesday morning, which is the 15th. Yeah, this is 7 a.m. for Wednesday morning. You can see a lot, like all of Georgia and all of Florida is like covered in heavy rainfall rates. So, yeah, no, it's probably going to be a little hefty out there. So, yeah, prepare for that, for sure. But let's see here. Bye. Thanks for streaming. You're very welcome, TRG. But, all right, you guys. Well, one last thing before we roll off here. Once again, the tropical activity. That's not even the storm we're talking about. The one we were just talking about mostly in this live stream, the one that was going to go through here and pop up. Yeah, that's not even this one. This one is another storm. This one will probably be a tropical storm. Most likely a tropical storm down in time. Hurricane Center has new updates to 70% chance overall formation. Crystal says Ohio seeing anything? Nothing too crazy. A little bit of rainfall in the next couple of days, Crystal, and also probably some gusty winds as that front passes through. Let's see here. So that'll be. Hold on. So that front passing through will be here for basically, yeah, there you go, frontal passage. Basically the 17th. So at that point, you're going to get a little bit of precipitation, rainfall, not snow. So it's going to be a little bit of rain, and the overall winds are going to be probably a little hefty out there. But yeah. But, all right, guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. We're going to hop over here to the ending screen. That is not the... Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. There we go. Wait, that's not the ending screen either. Oh, my gosh. Uh-oh, my cat's awake. All right, you guys. Well, y'all take care. Once again, we love y'all. Please be safe out there. And like I said, the stream's going to head off here in approximately, like I said, 2 minutes. So if there's anything you want to go ahead and say to your friends and family... I think my cat wants to say goodbye. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear her. It's pathetic. What's up, kitty? Hold on a minute, y'all. Oh, now she's purring away. She wants to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. You're full of words now, or you're just full of words and now you don't want to say anything? What's wrong with you? All right. Goodbye, chat. Okay, there you go. All right, you guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. And we'll catch you guys later on tomorrow, right around the same time. Hope to see you guys then. All right, my friends. See you later then. Peace out.